Good morning, Michiana. A foggy start to Thursday. Want to slow down on those roadways, tracking the fog. And by this afternoon, rain and then changing over to snow. We'll talk about accumulation coming up in your ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Weather Forecast. ABC 57 News starts right now.
Covering South Bend, Elkhart, and all of Michiana. This is ABC 57 News at 6:30.
Heavy fog and black ice, that's what you'll be up against this morning while heading out. A look at current road conditions is just ahead. Good morning, Michiana. We welcome you to ABC 57 News. Thank you so much for waking up with us. I'm Keitha Nelson. Right now, we have team weather coverage. ABC 57's Ashley Isbicki is in Mishawaka with a look at area roads. But first, let's check in with First Warning neighborhood meteorologist Tom Coombs. He has a quick look at today's forecast. Tom?
Good morning, Keitha. We've been posting about it on Facebook since early this morning and tracking it from then on. Visibility very low. In fact, I'm seeing a little bit of fog between me and the camera in just a very short distance. It is foggy out here. Our weather in the weather on the patio this morning. Visibility quarter mile or less. South Bend, Elkhart, Goshen, Sturgis near zero visibility, at least out at the airport. That is a concern. Again, very low visibility, especially for our northeastern counties. You need to slow down where this thick fog is. We already have reports of accidents. It's a big concern this morning. On top of that, temperatures are below freezing. There's some black ice out there as well. And put that aside, we're going to get you ready for this evening with rain and snow. I'll tell you how much we're going to see by tomorrow morning and what it looks like to start out the weekend coming up in your ABC 57 First Warning Neighborhood Forecast. But this morning, the concern is fog, and we're continuing to track that with our team coverage. ABC 57's Ashley Isbicki is live in Mishawaka with the latest there. Ashley?
Today. Now, Tom, let's talk about what we're dealing with here this morning. We're talking about heavy fogs. You know, a lot of schools are on delays this morning as well.
That's our main weather concern. School delays at the bottom of your screen this morning. But again, the fog really thickening up out there. Take a look at our camera from Cassopolis, Michigan, top of the courthouse there. You can see the streets. Again, in town, visibility is, I'm going to say, okay. It's still foggy, but once you get outside of city limits anywhere in Michiana, that's where it's really going to get foggy really quickly. And again, you want to slow down on those roadways, checking in with visibility. Again, we've been tracking it all morning. Quarter mile, Goshen to South Bend. Again, this area of the brighter white shading here, especially through Elkhart into LaGrange, St. Joseph County, Cass County in Michigan, and St. Joseph County in Michigan, seeing the thickest fog this morning. Rochester seeing some patchier, thick fog at a quarter mile visibility. Anywhere a quarter mile or less, that really is the concern for drivers this morning. Definitely need to slow down. On top of all that, we're still talking about rain and eventually some mix and snowfall by this evening. But ABC 57 First Warning live Doppler radar is clear as we start things out. As far as the rain and snow are concerned, that will arrive later in the day, but we are preparing you for that as well. Right now, temperatures are at or below the freezing mark in the lower 30s to upper 20s. The concern, along with the fog, is patchy black ice with a refreeze from yesterday's rain and melting snow. On top of the fog this morning, it is slick in a few spots. Be very careful, especially on overpasses. Looking at the regional radar picture, our focus is going to be this area right here through portions of central Illinois. All this is going to be making its way up into Michiana as we go later this afternoon. And then eventually it converts over to snow as temperatures cool. So rain and snow this evening and going into tomorrow morning. Here's forecast track. We're timing it all out for you starting at 7 a.m. As we go through much of the morning, could see a few snowflakes, but main concern is just fog. Now, rain arrives just after noon today. It begins to push into our southern counties. By 3 o'clock in the afternoon, notice the gold here. That's more moderate to even some heavy rainfall. 3 o'clock this afternoon, we're going to advance on to 5 o'clock, and there's the gold across the area. That is some moderate to even some heavy rain mixed in with some areas of light rain. This continues into the evening, so a rainy drive home from work. But after 7 o'clock, watch as things begin to switch over to a rain-snow mix 11 o'clock tonight. It's going to be a messy night with a very wet snow that, again, that's going to affect accumulation as we go to 3 o'clock in the morning. Areas of some heavy wet snow, so accumulation may not be that much because it's still wet and melting, but we're still talking snowfall. 7 o'clock in the morning on Friday through much of the morning, 9 a.m. as we continue on towards noon on Friday, beginning to set up some lake effect bands off the lake so we can still add some snowfall. 3 o'clock in the afternoon on Friday with that snow coming off of Lake Michigan through 7 o'clock in the evening and on into the morning. Snowfall forecast, a wet 3 to 5 across northern Indiana and southwestern lower Michigan, and a wet 2 to 3 for our southern counties. Winter storm watch is in effect for all of northern Indiana, including Marshall and Stark County. There looks to be a potential for, again, some impacting driving conditions tonight through tomorrow morning. And so we'll update you on that if advisories or warnings are issued. For today, highs in the lower 40s, rain, and then this switches over to rain, mix, and snow tonight with lows in the 30s to upper 20s. Your ABC 57 first warning 7-day forecast. Rain to snow on Friday and then some lingering lake effect on Saturday. Not much as far as accumulating on Saturday, but still some snowflakes in the morning. 40 Sunday, 40 on Monday with some sunshine before another round of rain and snow Tuesday and Wednesday. This is an active pattern. Your ABC 57 first warning 10-day forecast with another chance for mix and snow next Friday and Saturday. We'll stay on top of it, but slow down this morning. That fog is thick. Foggy and frosty this morning. We're tracking the freezing fog at the bus stop. School delays at the bottom of your screen. Temperatures in the 30s. It's foggy, and we're talking rain and snow. It is very thick fog this morning and continues to thicken across the area. So your weather headlines to keep in mind as you head out the door. Foggy and frosty. You got to do a little scraping as well. Watch for slick spots, especially some black ice on overpasses and bridges. Now this afternoon we warm up. So we'll see rain, and then it turns back over into snow for Friday, so we have concerns about that. We'll have that breakdown for you as well. But it's the fog this morning. Got to get you started. Quarter-mile visibility. South Bend, Goshen, up towards Sturgis and Benton Harbor, which is why we have school delays this morning across much of our northern counties. Areas that saw the snow yesterday, you're now seeing the thickest fog as there's still a lot of moisture in the air as temperatures continue to cool. Now a half mile in Rochester, still over 2 miles in Knox, so visibility not the issue there, but many areas, especially across northern Indiana and southwest and lower Michigan in this brighter shade of white, that's where the thickest fog is this morning. Definitely going to need to slow down and allow some extra time. ABC 57 first warning live off the radar, not tracking any rain or snow right now. We will be this afternoon and evening. That's when the rain is expected to arrive. Temperatures 31 South Bend, 32 in Goshen, 32 in Sturgis, 27 Benton Harbor. We're at or below freezing, which is why we are concerned for a few slick spots on those roadways as well with the refreeze. Today's forecast, highs in the lower 40s with scattered rain, pretty much the heavier rain showers coming after 1 o'clock this afternoon. We're also talking rainfall again as we ramp things up as we go throughout the day today. It's not until after 3 o'clock that the rain really moves in. Here's forecast track starting at 7 p.m. and as we carry on through the overnight, again, we're ramping up to possibly a ½ inch of rain to a rain-snow mix. So it looks rather rainy, but we're also concerned about snow coming up. We'll talk about that in the next 10 minutes, but right now we're still tracking that fog, and joining us with another update is ABC 57's Ashley Spickey live out in the field. Ashley, how's that fog this morning?